Neha Gupta is a two-time international best-selling author, top 100 teen expert around the world, TEDx speaker, and serial entrepreneur, creating the Shortcuts empire on helping students get into their dream school. Over the last 12 years, she has built elite private tutors college shortcuts, medical shortcuts, law school shortcuts, grad school shortcuts, and MBA shortcuts, with the mission to serve families and make parents' lives easier every day, while 95% of families get into their dream school. She has helped tens of thousands of students get into their dream school and won't stop until every child gets that acceptance letter. She has built a school in Africa, been endorsed by Dr. Shafali Sabari, the world-leading parenting expert by Oprah, and families around the world interview to work with one of their companies for limited spots. She has been featured on ABC as an expert for teenagers, NBC, CBS, The Washington Post, Parents Magazine, and even coined the female that helps students get 6 figures in scholarships, according to Student Loan Hero. Welcome to her latest creation, Dream School TV, where she brings in the best experts and guests on admissions and gives the latest trends and tips. Take it away.
Hey everyone, this is Neha Gupta, founder of Dream School TV. Now I'm really excited about this next guest on my show, and let me explain to you why. I met John over 8 years ago, and it was during a time in my life where I was really struggling with a lot of different things. Now, John is one of the world's leading experts in mindfulness, and through my own journey of mindfulness, and something I talked about in my TEDx, if you haven't watched it, it's called Is Achievement Killing Us on the TEDx South Lake Tahoe stage. Now, let me tell you why this is so powerful for me. I truly believe in mindfulness, and you can exchange the word mindfulness and meditation equally if you'd like. But I will tell you that one of the most powerful strengths that I have is the power of mindfulness, and it is the power of meditation. They say that if you can have focus, you can do anything in life. And so John is one of the leading experts in that. In the last few years at my company, I had decided that I wanted to incorporate more mindfulness into not only our team members, but all the clients that we work with. And John is one of our leading experts and partners where we can really help students to get that level of focus and really be able to understand what they're doing. So John, I'm so excited to have you on Dream School TV. Welcome to the show. So John, I'm just curious if you can share with the audience, what is it that exactly made you get inspired to become a mindfulness coach? What was it about it that really mattered to you?
What inspired me to become a mindfulness coach? Well, let's see. I guess it all began when I was trading stock options and stocks on Wall Street during the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008 and 9. And I was looking at 4, 5, sometimes 6 computer screens per day. And I was trading about 100 to 125 different stocks. And I got really stressed out. And so when I would get off of work, I would need to figure out how to unwind, how to relax. I was just really carrying a lot of stress and anxiety, especially with living in the crowded environments of Manhattan. And so I went to a meditation center for a while, and they showed me how to follow the breath. But I didn't really know what was supposed to be happening or how it was supposed to be working. And so then I switched teachers after a couple of years. I stuck with it for a while. And then I finally switched teachers, and I found a new teacher, and he really showed me the body scan, where you consciously feel and relax your body from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. And as soon as I did that, the light went on. And I realized, and he taught me the connection between mental chatter. So whenever your mind is chatting or distracted, that your body's also carrying tension at the same time. And so then I became an ambitious relaxer. And that is what our students do as well through the use of our program.
That's a great answer. I totally believe that mindfulness can cure so many things. So I'm curious, how do you help students actually develop that strong foundation in mindfulness? I know for a fact that if I had had this at a young age, it would have been really powerful. So share with me a little bit about how you develop that for students.
We help students develop a strong foundation we start with the body scan. And well, actually, even before the body scan is we start them with a drill where they recall times in their life when they felt present, when they felt focused and relaxed and at ease. And because they have felt the way that they would like to feel while taking tests before. Maybe they were on a beach or on a hike in the forest, out in nature. Maybe they were surrounded by friends and family. But if they can learn how to feel that comfortable in their own skin during an actual test, then they have sufficiently reduced their test anxiety. And that's how it's going to feel for them to reduce their test anxiety. And presence is characterized by a few certain characteristics: a quiet mind, relaxed muscles, and easy breathing, which are kind of three different symptoms or characteristics of the same process, which we call being present or being mindful. And when they tap back into these memories, which they actually do it with me in the first hour of working with us, they do this over video generally with me, their body begins to re-access and re-elicit the state of presence. And it begins to happen right then and there. And then we lead them through the body scan. And when they're done scanning their body, they notice that they're more deeply inside of that state, that optimal mind-body state of minimal effort and maximum results, presence. And then we show them the fundamental way to activate mindful awareness. So there are many different ways to meditate, but there's one core way to activate mindful awareness. And once they learn how to do it in the first hour of working with us, they can center themselves and quiet their minds a bit anytime, anywhere, in as little as 60 seconds if they wish. And so after I learned that technique back in 2008, within 4 to 5 months, I quit Wall Street. And that technique of confidently being mindful gave me the clarity required to leave Wall Street and to change my life.
That's great. So I'm just curious, how would you, John, really describe in a really succinct way, what is your overall philosophy around mindfulness in particular?
So our overall philosophy, I call energetic fitness. So strength training gives you bigger muscles, cardiovascular exercise gives you leaner muscles, and then energetic fitness gives you more relaxed muscles. And forms of energetic fitness include meditation, yoga, massage, stretching, acupuncture, acupressure, breath work, Tai Chi or Qigong, and more. And all these practices, the more time that you spend doing them, the more tension you release from your body, and the stronger your immune system becomes, the more clear and quiet and sharp that your mind becomes. And it translates into all these wonderful health benefits. You can sleep deeper at night, your skin clears up, your body just feels really good. And when you feel the way that you want to feel, then you'll perform the way that you want to perform. And we work with very ambitious students. We work with motivated students, sensitive students who are committed to earning higher scores with less stress. And when they learn how to take their drive and direct it into being able to relax and being able to release tension from their body, and therefore being able to breathe, a whole new world opens up to them. And they realize that a lot of the struggling and the straining and the efforting that they were doing wasn't actually leading to better results. In fact, it was actually probably in many cases leading to worse results or plateauing or not reaching a certain level. And so when they learn how to progressively relax, which is the core secret, the core principle to mindfulness, it really does make their lives a lot easier, and it makes them more effective and better students as well.
Okay, this question I'm really excited about, John, because I think so many people don't take time for mindfulness. But how can a student actually take a moment or take time during a test and hone in and feel that level of mindfulness? Just curious if you have any tips for our audience on that.
So in terms of having our students practice mindfulness during a test, we don't actually teach our students. We do show our students a couple of techniques that they can use during a test, but we don't really expect them to use these techniques. And the reason why is because our program helps them reduce their test anxiety before test day even arrives. And the way that we do this is we have them visualize that they're taking the test. And as soon as they visualize that they're taking a test, their body tenses up, because their body thinks that the test is actually happening. And then we train them to progressively relax until they can see themselves taking the test and their body stays relaxed. And once they know how to do this, then they're ready to simply walk in and take the test, knowing that they are going to be calm, be focused, be positive, and they're going to be a lot more confident, and it's going to lead to a higher test score. And these are principles that a lot of people in the world of psychology are tapping into, right? That of exposure. So exposing yourself to the stimulus that is creating or impacting the system in a stressful way, and then rewiring. So activating the parasympathetic nervous system. And eventually, it's kind of like Pavlov's dog, where Pavlov would ring the bell and he would feed the dog, ring the bell and he would feed the dog. Well, we have them visualize the test and relax. They visualize and relax until whenever their subconscious mind or their body believes that it's test taking time, the relaxation response starts to play, starts to run. And don't worry, you're not going to be too relaxed. You're not going to be lackadaisical. You're going to be alert because the adrenaline of the test is going to kick in. And when you combine that relaxation response with the adrenaline of the test, you get that perfect kind of middle ground alertness, but also calm, focus, ease.
Awesome. And I was just curious, like, how well does mindfulness really work in this process? Like, what are really the results that you've seen?
In terms of the results that we're getting from our students, I've been doing this work since 2010, and approximately 90%, if not more, of our students report feeling calmer during tests. And they report feeling that way because of our program and because we spend time doing deliberate, methodical, systematic rewiring on a neurological level of how they respond to academic pressure. And most students work with us for 2 or 3 or 4 months, right? 4 months is usually if they have more chronic test anxiety on a day in, day out or week in, week out basis. But for ACT, SAT, GMAT, GRE, things like that, it's more like 8 to 10 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks. But by that time, they've really gotten themselves into a place where just like you know that you studied enough for a test and you're ready, you can also get to a point where you know that you've done enough mindfulness. You know that you've practiced staying calm, staying positive, staying focused during an actual test itself, so that the student knows going in that they are going to do well, they're going to stay calm, they're going to perform, they're going to excel. And a lot of our work, especially in our messaging, is making people realize that stress and anxiety create tension. They're characterized by tension. They create more tension. And they are also characterized by constricted or restricted blood flow. So the blood flow to your brain is actually compromised when you're stressed out, when you're carrying even a little bit of stress. And so being in this state of presence that is characterized by physical relaxation but mental alertness is really the optimal state to be in the vast majority of life circumstances. And so the state of presence is also the state of resolution. So whenever you have a trigger or something's bothering you, you know that you have resolved the situation because you're in the state of presence as well. So there's a lot of practical wisdom and useful life skills and tools that our students take away from our program and apply it for the rest of their life. And so that's why we're so excited to be partnering with Elite Private Tutors, because when they combine the external preparation of studying and working with tutors and working with college counselors, and they combine that with the internal work of mindfulness coaching, they take off. Their results skyrocket, and they open themselves up to a much brighter, clearer future of what they would like to achieve for themselves. So I hope that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, thank you so much everyone for watching. John has been absolutely incredible. He's a very good friend of mine, and I'm so excited to be infusing mindfulness into our programs because we truly believe at College Shortcuts, MBA Shortcuts, Law School Shortcuts, Grad School Shortcuts, and Med School Shortcuts that you can get the shortcut to your dream college if you practice mindfulness when it comes to test taking, when it comes to the application process. If I can give you more and more tools and more resources to help reduce that anxiety, that can make all the difference. They say that 80% of students in college are experiencing anxiety. And I truly believe that mindfulness is the next level of consciousness that we need in the admissions process. And I'm very excited to be infusing this into our company. Thank you so much, John, for joining us. It's been such a pleasure having you, and hope to see you guys on our next episode. If you liked this, please make sure to like it, share, and comment. I know that there's a family out there that could watch this and really needs this for their student. So we are here to help. Again, this is Neha Gupta, founder of Dream School TV. So glad to see you next time. Bye.